Hello and welcome back, everybody. We're doing another golem pull today because, well, for starters, Ark is no longer here. Um, as of a couple hours ago, they put out a patch that fixed one bug, and somehow Ark went from working perfectly to crashing the game repeatedly. So, uh, nothing to be done about it, I guess. It is kind of weird that a bug that was barely even related to the combat system somehow broke Arc completely when the previous few updates haven't done that, but nothing to be done about it. Um, so that's disincentivized me from doing content, and on top of that, there's a bug also happening now where apparently if you log out of the game, the login servers are dead, so you can't get back in. Um, so I have to record something before I close the game to start working for the night because I don't know when I'll be able to reopen it if if they don't fix this right away. So we're just gonna beat up the golem again. Um, I did a little practice, nothing crazy, mostly getting 35s. Um, actually, before we start, just stuff I've been working on. I got a piece of advice that getting your opener down is the most important thing to set yourself up for success, and I've really been feeling that. I think it's very accurate. This build, it's hard to put into words, but there is a sort of very noticeable feeling where you get into a bad alignment, like all your buttons are up at once, and it is hard to know what is the best order to push them in. And then you also get into the opposite, where you've used all your buttons, you have nothing, and you're stuck in Scepter for like another 5 seconds. You don't even have Torch 5, and you're just standing there auto-attacking. That's also bad. You don't want to be in that position. You really don't. It feels awful. Um so there's a lot of like little stuff that can cause you to enter that situation, either having everything at once or having nothing. And I think I just have to get a better feel of how to avoid those. One thing I've noticed that I commented on a little yesterday is that letting your sword 2 and 3 drift out of alignment is very bad. It feels really bad to be waiting on one of your sword skills before you swap. Um, so trying to always use them in a pair seems to be the best way to prevent that. Or at least, like, if you have to just chuck your Torch 4 first, then just do that and then your sword 3, just minimizing the amount of other stuff you're casting in between them. One thing I think I need to work on is that I am delaying my whirling light too frequently. Um, it's fast and it does a lot of hits, so I am pretty sure I should be better at using it off cooldown. I know it is considered a higher priority skill. I think there are times where I'm coming out of Scepter, I drop my 2, I swap into Sword, and I immediately do Sword 2 into Sword 3, and then I drop my Purging Flames, my Whirling Light. I think I should be delaying the sword skills and pushing these ones first. Pretty sure that's actually correct. As weird as it feels to switch into a new weapon set and then not use it immediately, I'm pretty sure I'm actually supposed to push these first. So, you know, just stuff to work on. I might or might not actually do those today. We'll see. I'm intending to use those tips today, but, you know. And I will remember to actually do my F2 precast this time. I cast my Scepter 2 first. Oops. Not the end of the world. Torch 4. I meant to use F1 before the Scepter 2 there. That's not good. I am like queuing skills a little bit too much, I think. Sometimes I swear I press a button and it just doesn't work because I still have another thing queued. Going okay so far.
Take the initiative.
That F2 might have been a bit greedy. I think I delayed my F1 a little bit longer than I had to there. Same thing there. I queued up the whirling light and then immediately realized I didn't have time for it before the F1, and it was too late. And now we just push to the end. Three, 5, 8, 6, 1. So that's pretty good. Not the best I've ever had. I had 35s on 4 of my 5 numbers, and my opener was higher than it usually is. So, not too bad. I made some mistakes there that I noticed. Just sometimes just pressing a skill and then immediately going, I should have pressed a different skill there. I think I tend to have a couple of bad habits when trying to work around the priority system. I know for one, in theory, I should have like the entire bench rotation memorized in theory if I'm actually trying to push my numbers, but the fact that Torch 4 exists the way it does makes me just so demotivated to do that. Here, memorize this entire rotation. I don't want to do that to begin with.
Welcome. Feel free to approach the console.
Do you
to begin
mind?
combat
I don't want to
practice.
do that to begin with, and then it's also like, oh, you're randomly going to have another skill to push sometimes. Just with no idea when it'll come up. Uh, that, that's frustrating to play around. I really wish they would rework Radiant Fire. It is so much damage to fuck up, and it is so easy to fuck up. Ugh. But, you know, bitching aside, what else can I work on? I don't use my utilities with as much priority as I think I should be. There are a lot of times where I will instead prioritize these weapon skills because I want to keep doing my weapon swap at a fairly regular timing. And, well, I think that's good. It would be better if I was doing both of these things right. So there are probably some cases where I should be dropping my Purging Flames and my Whirling Light and then doing my sword skills and then switching. But, you know, like I said earlier, it's hard to know what the best order to push your buttons in is when a lot of them come off cooldown all at once. Um, Something to work on, I guess. I feel like I am sort of reaching my upper my upper edges of my skill limit, um, but I do want to keep working on consistency, on bench, and my actual on-boss performance. I think could be a lot better. I need a lot more practice on actual encounters. Even when I'm coming out top DPS, I'm always like, I could have done that better. I could have made less mistakes. I could have had more uptime. I could have done my rotation better, you know. So, you know, coming along, coming along. I'll cut it here. This shouldn't be over 10 minutes for one bench. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.